Hello students, today in this video we are going to study about acceleration. Acceleration is a very important topic, so let's see what is acceleration and we will try to understand the actual meaning of acceleration. Whenever you are very much familiar with the accelerator present in the car and bike, so basically what we understand that acceleration, to accelerate the car, to accelerate the bike means to increase the speed. But it is not the actual acceleration. Acceleration is not only to increase the speed. So let's see the definition of acceleration first. That is change in velocity per unit time. You already studied about the velocity, that velocity shows and measure the rate of motion, means how much the motion is slow or fast, that will it measure it, and it is a vector quantity. So acceleration basically defined as change in velocity per unit time. So whatever the change occurs in the velocity, any change occur in the velocity per unit time, that is known as acceleration. It is a vector quantity. So let's see what is acceleration is first. So let's see, a car is moving. We will take a car on a path. A car is moving. So car is moving with velocity of 20 meter per second. Velocity of 20 meter per second. After some time we found that the car is, when we measure the velocity after some time, we found the velocity of car becomes 25 meter per second. This is your point A and this is your point B. And again when we measure the car velocity after some time, we found that the velocity is 30 meter per second. So what is happening in point A, B, C? In A, B, C, what is happening? So here what happens? The velocity when the car started, the velocity is 20 meter per second. Then after the velocity get changed, means 25 meter per second when we measure it at point B, and at C when we measure the velocity, we found the velocity get changed to 30 meter per second. So what we are finding, there is a change in velocity. So as the time increases, we found that the car is changing, this vehicle is changing its velocity. So then we can say that this car or the vehicle we are using here, the car is showing acceleration. We can say that the car is showing acceleration. Let's take another example. Again the path is here. The car is moving at point A, the car is moving at point B. My drawing is not very good, so just I am illustrating to make you understand. And here the car is at C. At point A, we found that car is at the velocity when we measure at point A, we found the velocity of car is 20 meter per second. And point B, again when we measure, we found that the velocity is 20 meter per second. And at point C also the velocity is 20 meter per second. So at every point A, B, C, we found the velocity of this car is 20 meter per second, 20 meter per second and 20 meter per second. Means this car is moving but the velocity is same. Velocity is same. Then we can say that there is no change in the velocity. It means this show no acceleration. They show no acceleration. So we have understood that in the both condition, in this first condition and second condition, here the car is changing its velocity. First is 20 meter per second, then 25, then 30. As we measure in the different time, we found that there is a change in the velocity. So we can say that the car is showing the acceleration. Car is an accelerated. But here the car is, there is a no change in the velocity. Then we can say that this car is showing no acceleration, because the velocities are not changing. The velocity remains same here. So this is the actual meaning of acceleration. So here we can say that acceleration is a vector quantity that we have understood. And here the acceleration, how to calculate, we will calculate the acceleration. The formula for that is change in velocity per unit time and the total time taken. That is change in velocity by total time taken. So change in velocity we can express in this form also. Final velocity minus initial velocity, means a car is the final velocity is, if the velocity of the car when it start, the velocity of car is, we can say that, let's suppose 2 meter per second, 2 meter per second, and when it reach to the its final destination, means point A and point B, we can say that it becomes 10 meter per second. So here this is the final velocity, and here is the initial velocity when the car started and when the car reached to the final position. When we calculate then acceleration can be calculated final velocity minus initial velocity per unit time. So total time taken, that is the acceleration. We can the symbol used for the acceleration is a small a, and v for the final velocity minus u for the initial velocity by the total time taken. The unit we use, we know that the velocity, the unit of the velocity, this is the unit of velocity. So unit of velocity meter per second by the total time upon the total time taken s. So we can write it meter per second square. So the unit for the acceleration is meter per second square. Now one more very important thing, that when we can say that the acceleration happens, there are the two conditions by which we can say the acceleration is happening. First, change in the magnitude of the velocity and change in the direction. We know that this is the vector quantity. So if there is any change occur in the magnitude as well as in direction, then we can say that there is a acceleration takes place. So let's take one example again, that if car is moving in a circular path, with a velocity of 20 meter per second. Now at point A and at point B, the car, when we measure it, the car is again, we measure that it is of 20 meter per second. Then you will say that this car is not in acceleration, because the car showing the velocity, same velocity in both the condition, both the point. But no, here the acceleration takes place because car is changing its position. Because due to car is changing, here they change in direction. Here the car is changing its direction in this circular path. So when in this circular path the car is changing in direction, so whenever there is a change in direction, still the magnitude is same. So still the magnitude 20 meter per second is there. Then also we can say that the vehicle or the car is accelerated, means car is in acceleration. So these both thing is very important to measure the acceleration, to measure that acceleration is taking place or not. Change in magnitude, if here 20, again 25, again 30, we can say that the acceleration is taking place. Or if there is a change in direction happens, because velocity is a vector quantity, so it depends on both magnitude as well as direction. So if the direction is also changing, then also we can say that acceleration is taking place. So this is all about the acceleration. Now let's see something more about the acceleration. Now, types of acceleration. Now here the type of acceleration, there are 4 different types of acceleration: positive acceleration, negative acceleration, uniform acceleration and non-uniform acceleration. So first we will take the positive acceleration. You know that positive means the acceleration that we get, the finally the result we get, the acceleration we get in a positive sign, with positive sign. So positive acceleration is here, and the condition for the positive acceleration that the final velocity, v is your final velocity and u is your initial velocity. So final velocity always greater than the initial velocity. So let's take again one example, that in a road, when car is moving, a vehicle is moving, whatever you want to take. So this, when it is moving at point A, the initial velocity is take 0. So initial velocity is 0. Initial velocity is 0, and when it reached to a point B, at point B, when we measure the velocity, it becomes the 10 meter per second. The velocity is 10 meter per second. So what we are finding here, when we found the acceleration, to calculate we will put the formula. So A is equal to V minus U by T. So V is your final velocity. So what is the final velocity? 10 meter, and the meter per second, and U is your initial velocity. Then the initial velocity is your 0, and the time is 1 second. We are taking the 1 second as a time. So 1. So we get 10 as a positive value. So it shows the positive acceleration. So we can say that if any object is constantly changing its velocity or increases its velocity, then we can say that it's a positive acceleration. Means a car start from 0, then it move 10, 20 meter per second, and 30, means here the velocity constantly increasing. So we can say that velocity constantly increases. So we can say that here the positive acceleration takes place, and the answer, after the calculation, the acceleration that we get, the value is always in positive. Now negative acceleration. So let's see one more example. And negative acceleration is also known as retardation or deceleration. So let's see what are the condition. Here the acceleration will be in the negative. Whatever the value after the calculation, we get negative acceleration. And here the initial velocity is greater than the final velocity. So let's see one example again. So this is a road. A car is moving. Car is in movement at point A and point B. So what happens? Car is of 20 meter per second. The velocity of car at point A is 20 meter per second. But due to some traffic due to some traffic problem, the car has to take the brake. The car has to take brake. When it takes brake, what happened? The velocity becomes 0. The velocity gets 0. So see here what happens in the point A, that is the initial velocity. The initial velocity is 20 meter per second, but when the car takes a brake, then the final velocity becomes 0. So here when we calculate it, we get negative 20 meter per second square acceleration, that is of v minus u. So v is your, here v is your 0 minus 20 by time taken. So we get the acceleration in negative. So basically we can say that if there is a decrease in the velocity, then that type of acceleration we get is negative acceleration. Now next one is uniform acceleration and non-uniform acceleration. So uniform, the examples are all freely falling body. Freely falling body means the body which falls due to gravity. Gravity, you know that the earth having its own gravity. So whenever the things free fall due to the gravity, that's all they are, shows the uniform acceleration. So let's see the example. Here I already illustrated here. So here this car is moving. So at the time 0 to 5 seconds, the car shows the velocity of 10 meter per second. And then after 5 to 10 seconds, when we measure at point B, it shows 20. Then after it, we measure it, we found it 30. So what happens here, you will find there is a constant increase. There is a 10 increase. Here again 10 increase. There 10 increase. Here again the 10 increase. So it shows the uniform acceleration. So here the uniform acceleration is constantly increase in the velocity, that shows the uniform acceleration. Here as the time increases, the velocity also increases with constant value. That shows the uniform acceleration. It may be of decreasing. Here when in the second example, when bodies start to decrease its velocity with 10, minus 10, so constantly they are decreasing the velocity, then also we can say that uniform acceleration. So uniform acceleration means the increase, there is an increase or decrease of the velocity, constantly increase or decrease of the velocity with equal interval of time, then we can say that it is a uniform acceleration. Now non-uniform acceleration. So let's see what is non-uniform acceleration. Here the vehicles at the traffic, where sometime you have to the velocity get increases, then decreases, then again increases with uneven velocity. Here you will find it at point A the velocity is 20 meter per second. At point B you will find there is a 25 meter per second. Then in point C you will find the 10 meter per second. So here you will find there is a no constant increase in the velocity at the same interval of time. So what you will find here, the velocity just increases or decreases as there is no any constantly increase. That is called non-uniform acceleration. So I hope you understand what is the real meaning, actual meaning of acceleration. And in next video we will find out what are the types of graph we can draw on the basis of types of acceleration.